Hello, I'm Matty Bell from Vision Homes Jetski Adventures. Today we've got episode 9. I'm doing the introduction from Shoreline Sea-Doo, Geordie Tan, Patrick will go after us here, so what a good place to do the intro. In today's adventure we're heading out. It was about a week after the Tongan Tsunami. We thought it had sort of gone down a bit after all the swells. Even though it's 1,000 kilometres away, it has a big impact on the oceans and where we fish. So when we went out, it's a little bit choppier than we thought. Even just the general swells were quite high, so I'll roll that footage soon. Some of you have seen some of the footage, parts of this episode earlier on, but this is the actual day. All the pelagic fish were fine. There was no issues with the fish on top, but I did notice the tsunami had definitely affected the reef fish. Down where the reef are, I don't know what it was, but the fish weren't there. Every time we go out, we get fish in this one spot. They weren't on our mark. They'd gone inshore or somewhere. So definitely, you know, the tsunami, even though it's 1,000+ kilometres away, definitely had a massive effect on the ocean over here. So anyway, let's go and have a look. Okay, so we went over that wave sideways, not the best. You really should, if you're going over a bar and it's a bit dangerous, you want to be facing front on. Accelerate a little bit once you hit the actual wave, and that's the safest way to do it. Don't do what we just did where we got airborne sideways. Pretty easy to capsize your jet ski. We were lucky then, but not too hard to capsize it. So the pelagic fish we're looking at there that we're catching are Macks tunas. Good fighting fish, great to fight. Some cultures love the taste of them in the fills. I think the Macks tunas over there are a little bit different because they're really highly sought after, and then we've got friends and family who like them here, so we do bring a couple back for them. Australian fishermen generally will use Macks tunas for bait or throw them back, but hey, they're great fighting fish, a lot of fun, and I normally bring a few home for family and friends. Yeah, I just gotta get it out. Okay. Do you want to pull this one in? Yeah, I'll get some good footage of you pulling in. Go.
You pull
No, you pull in.
Okay.
I need to get some of you. Cool, let's have a look. Jojo's hooked up. Joe's on. We've been trolling just outside of Noosa, not Calander. Losing my bearings. Spanish. Okay, Now, just a little bit of information on a bit of Jojo knowledge. So, Jojo put us onto this lure, the Halco deep diver lure that you can see, the white and red one. Amazing. It sits about 9 meters down under the water when you're trolling, and we've caught some really good fish with it. So actually, Jojo's pulled in a black marlin, a juvenile black marlin, the size of the actual jet ski. And you can see the one we just pulled in was 1.5 meter Spanish mackerel. So pretty good lure. That's the Halco crazy deep diver white and red lure that you see in the video.
You can fix. See the teeth.
Oh,
the grabbing onto the
swell. It's sort of, you know, there is swell when you come out jet skiing anyway. But if you notice, after this tsunami, that swell's a bit bigger than usual, and it's hitting the rocks and it's, you know, nearly as big as it's quite a big swell. You got to respect the sea. It can be quite dangerous. We've got a lot of experience out in the ocean, but never for 1 second do we not respect the sea. Wow, so that was a 1.5 meter Spanish mackerel. That's a personal best. That was amazing. As you know, we were just about to head home. So lessons learned: take extra fuel. We've got that extra long range fuel tank. If we didn't have that, we would have stopped and went home. We actually got that Spanish mackerel past the normal full load of fuel in the Sea-Doo, in the Fish Pro. So take a bit of extra fuel. You never know when you're going to need it. Anyway, we're going to go across to cooking with Josie Beth. So we've got a real cracker, real good flavour, nice dish coming up. So check it out.
Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Joseph. Tonight, I'm going to cook the Filipino version of sweet and sour fish, but we call it Escabeche, okay? This is the coral trout that Matt freshly caught, and I've cleaned it, gutted, and scourged. Put salt and pepper and lemon to take out the fishy smell, okay? And with this one, I'm gonna put some cornstarch. What I'm going to do is a 2-part, which I will deep fry the fish. That way you will have when you present it later on, it will just like a curved fish for it to get cooked and crunchy. And then after that, you just put in the sauce. So for the second step, I'll show it to you. Once this one's cooked, then we'll continue the cooking, okay? As you can see, I scorched so it can easily be cooked, so making sure that everything is cooked. I'll be making the sauce and just pour over the fish. Hang on, I'm gonna show you all the other ingredients. A capsicum, a red capsicum, and if you have green capsicum, then we have ginger, chop the red onion and garlic. With that, we got sugar, got the tomato sauce, but the tomato sauce I'm actually using is a Filipino tomato sauce, which is really very popular in the Philippines. But of course, you can use other tomato sauce if you like. Have vinegar to mix it, so because it's kind of like a sweet and sour. But the only difference with the sweet and sour and the escabeche is we don't put pineapple. I have here cornstarch that I've dissolved in water. That's about 3 cloves of garlic that I chopped. Just making sure that it's turning a little bit brown and crispy. So as you can see, it's turning a little bit brown now. So with that, I'll just put in the onion. Put in the ginger. I love ginger. Drop the tomato. I put the cap. Let's put my water in. Sorry, it's about probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons of vinegar. You don't need to put much. So once it's done, I'll put in my Del Monte ketchup, the Filipino ketchup. So maybe about 4 tablespoons of that. I'll put in a bit of salt, just maybe 1 teaspoon of salt. Sprinkle a bit of pepper. Leave it a little bit longer for the ginger for the flavor of ginger to come out as well, because that is very important for the escabeche. I have here sugar, but I'll put in half first, just in case it might be too sweet. It's up to you how you like it. Just make it a bit sticky, okay? So you just put a little bit of that, making sure that so as you can see, it's thickening already. So you just have to turn it off. This is the fish, so you just have to pour it like this, okay? And that's our escabeche. So it's a coral trout freshly caught by my son-in-law with Jojo, his good friend, who actually caught this, but they're team. So this is escabeche. Okay. Thanks Jojo and thanks Maddie for giving us fresh fish. Okay, bon appetit.